That's right, action figure wrestling fans. What you just saw happen earlier today when a van ran over the special enforcer for our pay-per-view main event. We're going to give you a rundown of the card where we have the women's international champion Karen Delgado defending against Trish Stratus. We got the hardcore champion Nate the Great in a title versus career match against the Big Boss Man. We got the ECW champion AJ Styles, which we kept saying it was Daniel. That we were saying for a long time, we kept mistakenly saying that it was this young kid. We kept saying it was Aiden English, but Aiden English is the European champion. We have the kid, the chick magnet, Derek Jones, defending against Abyss. We also got the world champion, Chris Jericho, defending another career versus title match. Chris Jericho defending the world title against Sergeant Slaughter in a rematch of last month's pay-per-view. And, of course, the fight for this company as Action Figure Wrestling versus the Extremists, with the Gooch, the Hurricane, and the Prince of Punk, Shannon Moore, fighting against Shane Douglas, New Jack, and a mystery partner. I do find it very strange that Magnum TA gets hit by this van out of nowhere just as he was getting here earlier today. And taken out of the match. I'm Paul Bearer with Snake Eyes. And also, to my left, it's Prince Adam and Classy Freddie and Superstar Billy Graham, and to my right, it's Brother Love and Classy Freddie Blassie. And of course, over in our gorilla position are the three managers of our three distinctive shows. Of course, as our crew gets ready to set up, we're going to be telling you about some possible new signees to Action Figure Wrestling. And coming soon, we're going to have our very first draft, which could lead some of us to go to other shows. Now that we get the camera set up, let's get our first match underway. and throw it to our ring announcer. Ladies and gentlemen, our first match of the evening is for the Women's International Championship. Intercontinental International Championship. Introducing first the champion, Karen Delgado. And her opponent coming down the action figure wrestling entrance as well. Trish Stratus. That's right, we're no longer doing a heel and face entrances. What used to be the heel entrance will be the extremist entrance only. So anyone who's with them will be coming through that entrance. And there's a picture of the Women's International Championship. Ring the bell. He didn't know who to count the pinfall on because they both had their shoulders down. So he did his one. Karen Delgado was up into the ropes when she tried to get that one count on Trish Stratus. One, two. 1, 2, 3, your winner, and still Action Figure Wrestling International Champion, Karen Delgado. That's a unique way of looking at things, but Karen Delgado, knocked out cold. Karen Delgado beating Trish Stratus like that tells you that Stratus put up a valiant effort though. Of course, what used to be the television title is now the 24/7 title because we got a new television title. Belt made. Something's going on in the back. From what I hear, something major is going on in the back. We're going to go to the locker room area with their camera. Let's see what's going on. This 24/7 champion, Roman Reigns. Somebody attacked Roman Reigns, laid him out. Wait a minute, that's Mae Young. Mae Young, what is she doing here? 1, 2, 3. Mae Young's the new 24/7 champion. So Mae Young is now with Action Figure Wrestling. Mae Young pins Roman Reigns, become the new 24/7 champion. Mae Young now is here in Action Figure Wrestling as a performer. That in itself is very very telling. I wouldn't expect Mae Young to be here. At her age, she should be enjoying her retirement. And of course, as you can see over there, our Action Figure Wrestling general managers, Gabriel Rodriguez, the Ultimate Warrior, and Nick Fury. The big question is, who knocked out Roman Reigns in order for Mae Young to win the 24/7 championship? Had to be the Extremists. Introducing this next match is for the Action Figure Wrestling Hardcore title. Introducing first the Hardcore Champion, Nate the Great. Like I said, Nate the Great normally would come into the heel entrance, but we're no longer doing a heel entrance because that's the entrance used by these invaders. Now, Paul Bearer, you call them extremists. Oh, yes, I do, Prince Adam. I tell you, they are more than just extremists or invaders. They're evil men. Now let's go back to our ring announcer. And his opponent, putting his career on the line, the Big Boss Man. The Big Boss Man won. And this is the feud that's been going on, and Nate the Great has ended the career of several legends here lately. 1, 2, 3, the winner, and still Action Figure Wrestling Hardcore Champion, Nate the Great. What's that? We're going where? We're going back to the locker room area again. Mae Young is looking at this cute little dragon. Wait a minute. That's Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. 1, 2, 3. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is now Action Figure Wrestling 24/7 champion. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat used his cute little dragon friend to distract Mae Young so he could become the Action Figure Wrestling 24/7 champion, beating Mae Young. And that's a different look from Ricky the Dragon Steamboat than what we were used to seeing. And his cute little dragon friend he's brought with him. But still, he gets a new look. Mae Young is now an Action Figure Wrestler. And our next match is scheduled for one fall. And it's going to be for the ECW title. Let's turn it over to our ring announcer. Your next match is for the Action Figure Wrestling ECW Championship. Introducing first the ECW Champion, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. And his opponent, CM Punk. And there's the Action Figure Wrestling ECW Championship title. Punk versus AJ Styles. Now this is one of those matches that on paper it's a dream match. One. This is a dream match that a lot of people have been wanting to see. 1, 2. Because they failed to get this match in TNA. They failed to get this match in WWE. 1, 2, 3, your winner. The new ECW champion. Action Figure Wrestling ECW champion, CM Punk. That's Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, the 24/7 champion. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. He just dropped the 24/7 title belt in the ring. He's running from somebody. Wait a minute. That's the Undertaker. The Undertaker. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and the Undertaker is the new 24/7 champion by beating Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. The Undertaker. He said he was going to leave. He left for a little while. He's been gone for a while. Now he's back and he's the 24/7 champion. So first we end up getting the shock that Mae Young is the world champion. But now then Mae Young comes in as a member of Action Figure Wrestling. Now Ricky the Dragon Steamboat has a new look. The Undertaker comes back with a new look. And of course, before we go, in 2 weeks is Slam Havoc, which is our next pay-per-view. Up next is the Classic Championship match. Let's turn it to our ring announcer. Introducing first the Classic Champion, the Chick Magnet, Derek Johnson. Derek Johnson. And his opponent, the Monster Abyss. And there's the Classic title belt. Ding ding. 1. Does Derek Johnson stand a chance of winning against the Monster Abyss? I doubt it. One, two. 1, 2, 3, your winner, a new classic champion, Abyss. The Monster Abyss, classic champion. There's the Undertaker. What's the Undertaker doing in the ring now? I am not just the 24/7 champion, but I will defend against anyone. This is not just for 24/7. This is the warning for anyone who wants to rest in peace. What was that? Wait a minute. That's one half of the Hollywood Blondes. That's Stunning Steve Austin. Of the Hollywood Blondes, I guess we got an impromptu 24/7 title match again. Stunning Steve Austin won. Is taking on the Undertaker. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, and the Hollywood Blonde, Stunning Steve Austin, is now 24/7 champion. He done grew his hair back out, ditched the Stone Cold moniker, and became Stunning Steve again. What the heck? If you're tuning into this pay-per-view, you're getting a show that you weren't expecting to get. The Undertaker returns with a new look. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat has a new look. Mae Young's here, Stunning Steve Austin. He goes from being Stone Cold after leaving, coming back as Stunning Steve. In an unexpected look for him. What the heck is going on here? Up next is a career versus title match. And Introducing first, the Action Figure Wrestling World Champion, Chris Jericho, and his opponent, the man he beat at the last pay-per-view, Sergeant Slaughter. And there's the Action Figure Wrestling World Championship title. One, two. Remember, Slaughter fails to win. It's his career. 1, 2, 3. Your winner and new world champion, Sergeant Slaughter. Okay, we're going to go back and talk about what has happened the last several months. Leading up to the last pay-per-view, several matches were being interfered with. Then, at the pay-per-view, Shane Douglas comes down and interferes in the world title match, which gave Chris Jericho the world championship. Of course, during that time, he lost to the then cashing in champion, Kane, and then won it back. But in that time period, Shane Douglas and New Jack, various attacks on various shows. Then last Monday on Blue Empire, it was announced that new Action Figure Wrestling signee, Magnum TA, was going to be the Action Figure Wrestling special enforcer for this matchup that we're about to have. But then, as you saw at the start of the program earlier today, he was hit by a van and sent to a medical facility. So now we're getting ready for our main event. In this main event, both referees are at ringside. All three of our general managers are at ringside. So let's go to the introductions. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a six-man tag team match. Introducing first the valet for Team Action Figure Wrestling, Daphne. First member of Action Figure Wrestling, Shannon Moore. Now, introducing the next member of Action Figure Wrestling, the Hurricane, Shane Helms. And now, Action Figure Wrestling founder, CEO, and former world champion, the Gooch. So you got Daphne there at ringside as well. Looks like Ultimate Warrior's going to one side. And now Nick Fury on one side. Daphne at one side. And you got Gabriel Rodriguez on the other. Introducing their opponents. Shane Douglas and New Jack. Where's your third man? He'll be here. Shane Douglas and the Gooch going at it. They're going at it. Remember, this is no pinfalls, no submissions. This is straightforward, a fight. Shane Douglas tombstones the Gooch. And he's got the Gooch. Wait a minute, Shannon Moore is going after Shane Douglas. And here comes New Jack. New Jack taking down Shannon Moore. Wait a minute, what's New Jack doing? He just flat out punched out. The Hurricane. And he just threw Shannon Moore onto the announce table over here. And he's got the referee up. He just threw the referee onto blackout table. He's got the other referee. He just threw him on their table. While they're working over the Gooch. Daphne jumps up on the ring rope. Surely he wouldn't. He punched a woman. What a coward. And they're just kicking the crap out of Gooch. They're over here kicking Gooch. Wait a minute. General Manager, Ultimate Warrior's up. And Shane Douglas just knocks him out. Gabriel Rodriguez is up. And New Jack takes care of him. And they're just beating the crap out of Gooch. Someone needs to come down here and do something. Wait a minute. Look who's coming down the Action Figure Wrestling ramp. That's Austin Aries. Look at them two guys. They weren't expecting to see Austin Aries here. What's Austin Aries doing here? Austin Aries is getting up in their faces, telling them, wait a minute. No, Austin Aries. Austin Aries is the third man. Austin Aries is the third man. What the heck? And now all three of them are beating the crap out of Gooch. They're just kicking. Wait a minute. That's Magnum. Magnum TA. Magnum TA is coming down here to fight him off. They hit him earlier today. They're backing off because they know they don't want a piece of Magnum TA. And wait a minute, what's he doing? Magnum TA, was he with them all along? And now he takes the Gooch and throws the Gooch onto the table. Magnum TA is with them. What the heck? It turns out Austin Aries was the third man, but Magnum TA was also in cahoots with them. Austin Aries got the microphone. Listen up, Action Figure Wrestling fans. I know what y'all wondering. Why? Why would Magnum TA, who's always been a face, turn and join a group of guys who have a bone to pick with action figure wrestling? Because each and every member of this new extreme, well, I wouldn't say new, but this extreme world order under my leadership has had enough. Let's talk about how many Fisher-Price little people, how many Star Wars, how many G.I. Joes, how many wrestlers, how many Masters of the Universe has the Gooch buried over the years? How many times has he gone looking for new wrestlers for action figure wrestling and passed up Austin Aries, passed up Magnum TA, passed up Shane Douglas, passed up New Jack? He's even traded Shane Douglas and New Jack to the Extreme Wrestling Organization. And since that company folded, the letters EWO stands for the Extreme World Order, and we're taking over, and that is all I have to say, because I'm the greatest man in the world today. What's the aftermath of this going to be? Join us next time on Action Figure Wrestling Blue Empire.